3 coats of that Rust-Oleum satin black on the wheels. 3 coats. And that there's that 3 coats of gloss black Rust-Oleum on the main frame. And I do got them machinery washers in there to hold the grease in the wheels. I'm going to drag this part here out there and put them there. Them rails that we stained the other day, I'm going to go ahead and bolt them on there. And we'll see what it looks like. Cast iron wheels. That's them cast iron wheels right there. I was over yonder to the wheel store. And a man in there, the manager dude, oh, he made me a real good deal on these cast iron wheels with them roller bearings in yonder. I done put them up on there, them machinery washers, and I got them there, that's them cotter things right there, you know, you put them in there and spread them apart, and I done already did that. They're good to go. Nice roller bearing wheel. You can't build a wheel for what you can buy these for if you get the store manager to give you a deal on them. And as always, you get the full story right here, the full show. And these here wheels right here, they're 2 inches across through yonder. If you measure them across this way, they're 8 inches. Right across yonder, it's an 8-inch wheel, 2-inch face, and a real nice 1/4-inch rim on it. Really nice. Good flat wheel. The tread, if you measure it from over yonder all the way over to this other side over here, it's 20.5 inches. From over here, let's do it this way. From yonder to yonder, it's about 20.5 inches, give or take. The top piece up here, measuring across through yonder, is 9 inches. It's built specific for an engine. The machinery washers to hold the grease in right there is a real good idea. These 2 things right here, right there, that thing over yonder and that thing over yonder, that's where the tongue's going to go. You just slip it in there, put a little cotter key in yonder, and you're good to go. As I am touching up these washers, these cotters on these wheels right here, I may just take a minute and kind of slow up and tell you something. See who's paying attention. Let's see who's paying attention out there in radio land. As I touch these wheels up right here, I'll tell you something. A few years ago, I had a occasion to be at a car show, automobile show, in the great state of Indiana, in the town of Indianapolis. I belonged at that time to the International Show Car Association, and I had painted a couple of motorcycles, harley-davidson's, choppers to be specific, old school. I had painted 2 bikes for a couple of customers. It was getting close to showtime, and I had the entry as I had shown on the show circuit for the beginning of that year, and the competition. What brought this story to mind? I will say that the competition was it was tough. I remember Ron Finch, the guy from up yonder, maybe Detroit or somewhere or another, he had that motorcycle, the Kaleidoscope. He had that thing right there, and I'll tell you what, if you ain't never seen that Kaleidoscope that Ron built, you know, just go ahead and see if it's on the internet here somewhere or another and give it a look-see. I mean, that was a piece of work. It was really good. It impressed me to no ends. And I was building a similar type motorcycle at the time, Different. We was in the same class. Let's put it that way. And I did go ahead and take the two customer bikes and my personal bike to that show. And the competition was so intense, so close. The reason for this little story, this little forte in the past, is these cotter keys right here, they straight up and down, and the legs right there, you snip them off in order to make them the same length. And the reason you do that is it's just for aesthetics, you know what you're looking at. But the competition was so intense at that level of competition at that show. There was two in the automobile, in a really extreme radical custom class. There was two cars in there, hot rods, that were tied. And it was the most prestigious trophy that they gave out. The competition was severe. Let me make that plain. Oh, it was intense. And the two cars, when the judges turned in the judging sheets, they tied. There was identical. No difference in the two cars. So, in order to have a winner, those judges plus an additional judge, the standby judge, were called in to judge the cars. And the difference, the winning car that year at that show there in Indianapolis, the deciding factor on that car was every bolt on the automobile, every bolt on that car. When you look at a bolt head, it's a hexagon there. It's got all them sides on yonder. And most people, when they just put that bolt in whatever they're putting it in, they just put it in there and tied it up and walk away. Well, the guy that had built that car, he had indexed every bolt on that car was indexed to where the top of the bolt would be flat. Anywhere you looked at on the car, he had took the time to index all of the bolts, even on the engine, the transmission, the undercarriage. Every bolt on that car was in relationship to another bolt. It was indexed to line up correctly. That was the deciding factor between those two automobiles. I'm just saying, line them up, guys. Go for that extra point. Even to the point on a cotter key, you know, line it up, set it right. You'll be rewarded for your work. Just another foray, just another foray into the past. From here on the East Coast to Arkansas, Shop Dog Sam. Yep. Now you're gonna need 4 of them there wheels, an axle apiece, washers, cotter keys, a couple old bent nails if you choose to use them. You're going to need a couple of them there rails. The original, the cart we're going to get to here on this segment is for a McCormick Daring International 1.5 horsepower M. That's the finished cart we're looking at today. You're going to need a couple of them rails right there. And on that original M, it had cross pieces on them there, 3 of them, about 16 inches wide, about 48 inches long there, the 2 runners was. Took up a lot of room. I built these right here about 8 inches, 9 inches wide there, about 40 inches long. It's a good representation. And you're also going to need some of that there flat metal there, cut to length, drilled. You done seen that there in one of them other videos. Coming on back down, right down like this right here, there's one of them Fairbanks dishpan engine mounted up on one of these carts. It actually has 6-inch wheels on it, which makes the engine, and a shorter skid, which makes the engine look smaller. It's one of them visual things. And this next cart right here is the same cart with the 8-inch wheels, which makes it look like a bigger engine. Works real good on these here dishpan type engines. makes them move around real easy. And the cart that we built, the one of many, is this one right here for this McCormick Darien M, the finished cart that you've been following along there. And this is well, that's it. It's a good serviceable cart, and we did go ahead and I do know what it's going to be used for, so I done already went and put them there decals on yonder. It's an International, a 1.5 horsepower. You know, just how we getting her done here on the East Coast of Arkansas. The Shop Dog Sam. Also, a little thing you might add to your cart, which you will probably come to appreciate, is right down in yonder. If you can see that, I drilled an extra hole back in there where the pivot piece slides around on that top piece, and you can drop a bolt down in there and it'll lock your front bolster from pivoting. It kind of helps when you're hauling one.